Tuesday on the big show. JD here, your aggregator-in-chief, scanning the world for the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. That's not a white Ray Charles knockoff in the booth for those of you watching us on Skype. That is Jesse back in the booth with us today. Must be singing that song from The Sound of Music. I must have done something good.
What?
You must have. Come on, work with me on the program here, will you? Brad producing the show. Emails at the website, sherrydoyle.com. Poll question up there for you today at the website. A record 8,753,935 U.S. workers are on disability. Disability including sleep apnea, diabetes, obesity, ADHD, anxiety disorder, mood disorder, panic attacks, and many others. Question is, are these by and large disabling conditions, yes or no? 13% say yay, 87% say nay. You can answer it there at the website or here at 800-876-4123 on the program where intellectual anarchy is encouraged and nurtured for now. Ominous tone. I don't even know where to start. There's so many great things, crazy things, thrill of victory, agony of defeat in the news today. We got Mayor Bloomberg saying he doesn't understand why police don't go on strike to implement stricter gun laws. We've got a great clip from the HBO show The Newsroom. We've got an unbelievable high-speed motorcycle chase on Fox News. Wow, talk about being on the edge of your seat for that one. We've got people hammering Geithner on where the money really went with the bailouts. We've got Mexico urging the United States to review our gun laws because everything's just so darn peaceful down there in Mexico, little place like Juarez. We've got energy-efficient light bulbs that are causing skin problems, and now they're saying, we have a solution. Let's put the new bulbs in a new casing. So we're going to have, like, double-protected CFL light bulbs when they're now finding out that the old light bulbs didn't do any problems to the peoples that weren't having a problem with the light bulbs, but the government's decided that they wanted to get involved. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, the grieving period for the massacre in Colorado is over. The negative attacks from the Obama campaign started against Mitt Romney. So I guess that's 72 hours. That's pretty much it. That's as long as they can wait to get back into their negative campaigning mode, because we have to call for a period of national unity, and we have to get together, and we have to take this tragedy and work so that we have a better outcome for us as a nation, and Mitt Romney sucks. Oh, we back on that already? Yes, we are. All right, let's go on with this disability, setting another record in July. 8,753,935, breaking the previous record set the month before the last month. Now, when they look at the number of people on disability, federal disability insurance payments, it exceeded the population of 39, and they have to point out, of the 50 states, for the people who have a problem understanding how many states there are. Obama did, as we know. He visited all 57 states, and I believe he had a couple more to go when he was campaigning to be the president of the 50 states. But 39 of the 50 states, populations exceeded by the number of people that are on disability. Only 11 states, California, Texas, Nueva York, Florida, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Georgia, North Carolina, and New Jersey, had more people in them than the number of workers on federal disability insurance in July. Now, this is not to diminish any of the real disabling ailments that people have. Not in any way, shape, or form. But when you take a look at how we're constantly ratcheting up the obesity index, the poverty level, the level at which people qualify for tax credits or some kind of government subsidy, this is just yet another attempt to victimize Americans and to have the lawyers get involved and say, oh, you have an anxiety disorder? You don't ever have to work again. You have obesity? I'm sure it's not your fault that you ate 14 Entenmann's babka cakes and drank 2 bottles of Harvey Bristol cream, but you have a permanent disability, therefore you can never work again. You have a mood disorder? I have a mood disorder when I look at this stuff. I'm getting moodier and moodier by the day. In a positive way, of course, because I won't let the negative bastards get me down. But the reality is, we have more and more people that are becoming more and more addicted to government crack, which is disguised as government here to help. July 1967, the ratio of Americans working to those taking disability payments, 65 to 1. 1987, that goes 41 to 1. January 2009, 19 to 1. June of this year, 16 to 1. And the number shrinking, just like the number of people paying into Social Security as opposed to those getting Social Security. So I didn't just throw the Social Security disability issue under the bus as it's all just a bunch of whiny people that are trying to figure out a way to gain the system. So I actually went to the Social Security Disability.org website, and I looked at the steps that are involved in Social Security disability. Step 1. They want to know if you're currently receiving Social Security benefits. Step 1 also includes, does the applicant expect to be out of work for at least 12 months? Does the applicant have an attorney helping them with this case? Step 2, are you receiving treatment from a doctor? And does the applicant have an asbestos-related illness or mesothelioma? They picked that one out of all of the ones that are on the list. Now, I don't know where you guys live, but where I live in Las Vegas, there's a mesothelioma commercial every 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you, right? You everywhere. Now, this is, again, not to diminish mesothelioma. It's a rare form of cancer, which takes about 20 to 50 years for it to show up from the time when there was the exposure to the asbestos. And again, not to diminish what this is all about, but when I look at the list, it's just more of this country feeding into this victim mentality. And they go through all different areas of looking at what disabling conditions would be and how you could qualify for disability insurance. Herniated disc. Is there anybody over 50 years old that doesn't have some kind of a herniated disc or a compressed disc or a ruptured disc or some kind of back problems, L4, L5? I mean, come on. Sure, it's debilitating. I blew out my L4, L5, L5, L6 playing tennis over rotation of the trunk. Had a 2.54 millimeter bulge. I had to go in and cut this, do this, autolysis, drugs, stretch your spine, lay on the floor, hang upside down in the anti-gravity, whatever it was. They put you on some table where they put a strap around your chest and a strap around your lower torso, and they basically try to pull you apart. Just think of Mel Gibson in Braveheart or something like that, you know, where they're just going to basically disembowel you right there on the table. But don't worry, because the pain in your back is going to go away. Because the top of your body went away from the bottom of your body, but the pain in your back went away. Herniated disc. Inflammatory arthritis. Who doesn't have that as they get older? Arthritis. Everybody, right? You don't have it, Jesse. You're too young. Not yet. You will. You play guitar. It's just a matter of time because you're going to be able to file a claim because you play guitar so much and with such passion and fervor that you're probably going to have a couple of the fingers that are going to, oh, where's my Advil?
Well, if I did it for a living, I might need some help.
You're buying into it. You're buying into it. Respiratory system disabilities, asthma, emphysema, and sleep apnea. They keep wanting me to get tested for sleep apnea. The doctor thinks I should get tested for sleep apnea. Because supposedly I have been told in the middle of the night, there are times when I stop breathing. And said person who might have been there when I stopped breathing said it was a problem. I said, it's not a problem. It's a problem when you don't restart. That's the problem. You know, you just don't. You wake up and you do that. Sleep, right? Okay, boom. And then, wow, I'm still alive. You go back to sleep. But now, because I happen to stop breathing occasionally in the middle of the night, that's going to get me out of working for the rest of my life. Really? Hematological disorders, skin disorders, endocrine system disorders, to include diabetes and obesity. Thank you. Diabetes and obesity. Obesity. Now, if we keep ratcheting up the level at which you qualify for obesity, Twiggy would be able to get permanent disability because by some standard that the government issues, she would be considered to be obese.
Jerry Doyle.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Well, All right, so let's say you got a little ADHD. There's nothing you can do. Why don't you be a Super Bowl and you can just bounce off the walls all day?
Working radio.
Anxiety disorder, depression, mood disorder, panic attacks. And I think it does a disservice to people who have true disabilities, where people that are marginally disabled, if at all disabled, make the people who truly have disabilities look equally as, needy or wimpy as the people who are milking and bilking the system. 800-876-4123 is the number. Emails at the website, jerrydoyle.com. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
The Jerry Doyle Show.